Hi everybody. Today we will discuss about how to handle the errors in Angular. Here if you see that API, right now this is having a proper API. Suppose if you try to give the wrong API from here. So what will happen? So definitely web server unable to find this API. So what will happen? Definitely will get the exception from the web server. So you can get the exception like this. So you are getting 404 means this whatever you are trying to give this API is not available in web server. Okay, so here how do we have to handle this kind of errors? Okay, so right now you are getting HTTP error response, not the HTTP response. Response. Not only you are trying to give the wrong API from here, so not only you are trying to give the wrong API from here, but also you can get the any kind of the error when you are working in the Angular. So as per now I am giving the wrong API here. Tomorrow you maybe get the error from different location. So you have to write the some logic for error handling. So how we have to write that errors for how do we have to handle those kind of errors and the API related these errors. So that's the reason you have to make the one global location right for handle the errors. So let me solve this issue. So how to solve this issue by using the error handling. Okay. So after that we will create the one separate TS file for which is for handle the enter the this my web application. Okay. So customers is the right now you are passing the wrong API. Okay. Now come to here. So where you have to write the logic for handle errors for this subscribe method. So you have to by default whatever the first parameter of the subscribe, it will definitely give them HTTP response. This is always handle the HTTP response. But as per now we are getting the HTTP error response. So for that there is one more parameter for handling the errors. So this is the second parameter. Okay. Now here which kind of error you are getting? So you are getting the HTTP response. Okay, so let me console that log. Okay, and we'll see that what are the properties and methods in the error. Okay, save all. You are getting the this kind of message, error message and headers message name. So you have to handle this kind of message. Okay, so how do we have to handle this message? So here I'm writing error having the error message, right? This error message, or you can say that name. So error name is HTTP error response or status 404. So this kind of thing. So let me add one if dot error dot. Okay, you are default you are not getting any kind of intelligence here, right? So you have to create error anyway. It will give the HTTP error response only. Okay, HTTP error response dot. So when you are getting the dot, you will get the all the properties here. So as whatever you are seeing here, same properties you can see here. So error status, let me set status. So is equal to 404. So what is the 404? Something page is not found kind of that. Okay. Now, so here web server is unable to find out that API. Okay. Uh, now, so if error status not found, let me say that console log is undefined something. Okay. Let me say that API is undefined. Okay, so as per now we are getting the API is undefined, right? This kind of message. So okay, now come to the post request here. Sorry, push update request. Okay, see here update request, I am giving the correct parameter update customer. Just give me the wrong parameter. I wanted to give the content type is wrong. Okay, slow. Okay, as for now anyway I'm getting the content type is XML, right? So this one, so I think anyway it will give the error. Okay, let me say save. And before that I wanted to display the data, so then only I can update. So rename to customers 123 to customers update. So anyway I'm getting the error because of I'm trying to give the application type is XML. So content type is XML, right? So that's the reason I'm getting the error. And go to here, and what kind of error this is? So put operation. This is kind of a unknown error. Okay, something unknown error you are getting from the uh, web server. So what is the status? See, status is still 0. So means this is it's a kind of a unknown error. So this kind, so tomorrow you may get a different error, some SQL exception, some nullable exception, or different errors you are getting from the web server. Okay, you have to handle those kind of errors. As per now, if this update customer is giving the different error, and this one get customer is giving the different error. So you have to handle this kind of errors. Now see application JSON. When I do the application JSON, now we'll get the proper data because of anyway application JSON is the default header section for the any kind of HTTP request. So as per now I won't get the any kind of error right now. So here update. So update is successful because of I didn't get the error. So because I'm correctly I'm passing the correct format. Okay, let it be. So I don't mind any I don't mind here which kind of error I am getting from the web server. So I wanted to write the one common logic. So for handling the errors for entire my web application. Okay, please don't concentrate here. I am handling the error only for the web API here. Sorry, API here. I am handling the errors for the whatever I'm getting the error from the web server, or I'm getting the error within the Angular. I wanted to handle any kind of error. So how I have to handle any kind of error? By using the Angular. So for that you have to use the error handler. Okay, let me create the one service. I will explain you how to handle the errors globally. Okay, let me create one service in the app section. Here app, like a customer service is there. I wanted to write the one more service here. Okay, so in this service I wanted to write the logic for handle the any kind of the error. So for that, by default Angular implements the one error handler. So by using error handler you can handle the any kind of the exception. Okay, so error handler which is imported from the Angular code. Okay, now this is completed. We can see the handle method under the error handler. So handle method, right? This handle error, by using the handle error you can handle any kind of error, but return type should be void. So you can't return any kind of the message by using the handle error. So handle error. So if this handle error can accept any kind of the value. See, handle error can accept any kind of value, right? Okay, error and now this is completed. Okay, now let me go to here and write a one console.log and write the error. That's it. From global class. Okay, now we will see that whether it's handled by the Angular or not. But before that, once you are getting error in the get customers here, okay, you should throw that error. So because of which, I mean, you wanted to pass the message, to the handle error. Because of handle error needs to understand which kind of error that is. Okay, so how to pass the message? By using the throw error. That's it. By using throw error, so what will happen, right? By handle error will take this, what is the message of this error. So accordingly, if you wanted to display which message we wanted to display, so that message we can display on this. Okay, so whenever you are running the application, you maybe get the different errors, right? So the handle error needs to understand which kind of error you are passing from. So those things you have to pass by using the throw. Okay, now we will see that what is happening here. Okay, save and refresh. So once you are added this one, make sure that in your app module.tsfile, this is very important. Come to here in the provider section, right? In the provider section, we have to register that error by using the provider this class. Okay, provide which one I am providing error handler, right? For error, by using the error handler, I am using the which use class I'm using that global exception handler service. That's it. Only two steps. Okay. So error handler import from the Angular core. Okay. Here also you have to add. So this is the important because of you have to register that this service whenever my application is going on app model.tsql is loaded. So what will happen, right? Everything whatever the app.model.tsql is the base module for the entire application. First of all, we have to register this one. Then only you can get the exception in the error handler. Suppose if you are not registered here, Angular can't understand where, in case if you are getting the throw the exception, even Angular don't know which location that error should be thrown. So if you before that, if you register in the app model.tsql, so simply Angular can throw that exception into this location, global exception handler service location. Okay, that is the meaning of this. Here port number, that is your wish. Okay, this is optional. If you wanted a different port number, you can open into the different port number. So wrong API. So I wanted to pass the wrong API here. 1 2 3. See here from global exception class, right? See from global exception class you are able to see the data. So how it's happening here? See from global exception now. So this one it's happening because of I have registered this global exception handler in the app model.tsql. So in this way we have to handle the error. But I wanted to see once I'm getting the error, I wanted to navigate to different location. Okay, as for now I'm in the customer component, but I wanted to send this whatever I'm getting the error. I wanted to see what right now I'm getting the HTTP error response. So whatever the response I'm getting, I wanted to just send the one page like a error page. Okay, how do I have to send that message to that error page? So for that, so create the one component because of I wanted to UI, right? So for that I need to create the component. Okay, so let me create one component. So global error has created, folder has created. So in this folder, uh, once I getting that, I need to transfer this message to this global error. So first of all, what is the step I have to follow here? The first step is you have to create the router, right? I need to transfer this message to this location. So for that I need to create the router. Okay. So let me add the one router. Okay, once this is completed, need to take this router is need to import the router from the Angular core. Sorry, Angular routers. Before I navigate into the router to the error screen, so let me add some simple steps into the app model.tsql and app component.tsql, app component.html. So what are the steps? So first step is I am using the routing section in this web application. So first of all, what you have to do? You have to right now I am trying to transport the here. So here I am trying to transport the page here. Whenever I'm getting the exception, I wanted to transfer the error message to the this location. Okay, how I have to send this? How I have to navigate from this location to global exception handler service to this page. So first of all, you have to register the routers, right? Okay, yeah, I need to register this router, this page into the router section, then only I can navigate. Okay, so if you have doubts any things related to the root section, so you can see my previous videos, you can get the idea. Roots, okay, roots. Here I need to register, right? So whenever I'm getting the error, I need to register register the component for that. So which component here? Error global error component. So I navigate to the error screen. Okay, this component should be loaded. Okay, and moreover, so what is the default path here? Default path is the app component only, right? So as for now, default component is What is the default component? App component. But right now, whenever empty parameter is there, so I wanted to pass to the, I need to open the customer's component. So once the customer's component has added here, I need to make sure that this is the home component of the this web application. Okay. In case path is customer, okay, path is customer, I wanted to redirect to the home component. Okay, redirect to the home component. I mean, home component in the sense here the customer's component. Okay, and path map full. Okay, now this completed. So roots here I have provided. So once you provided this roots, I need to apply this roots to the entire section, right? I mean, so how we have to spread this app roots to the entire section? So by using the for root. So how my toaster module has I have applied this enter the my root section. So same way you have to apply it here also by using the root of module. Now this routing section also is completed. So what happened whenever I'm getting the exception? So what is happening? Global exception handler. This service is trying to navigate to the error page. Okay. Okay. Let me see this. Actually we will get the different errors. So before navigating this error screen, we will solve that step by step. Save all. As for now, error screen, this error page don't have the any HTML file. Just have the some simple paragraph. Okay. Now refresh again here. So it should be navigate to the error screen, right? Now the error see here I can able to see the error. Okay, error screen. It is navigating the error screen, but still I am in the customer component only. So what is the error? Let me see that. So I got the navigation trigger outside of the Angular zone. Did you forget to call ng zone? So we have to solve by using the ng zone here. Private ng zone. Okay, ng zone. Here, once this is completed, dot ng zone dot. So already they have given the how to call the ng zone. Did you forget to call ng zone dot run, right? So I'm calling the ng zone dot run. Okay, and after I need to call the. I will come up with what is the ng zone into the next lecture. So as for now, let me solve this issue. This dot router dot navigate. Same method, navigate to error. That's it. Okay. Now we will see the output, whether it is transferred to the next screen or not. Save. So once you have the router outlet, it will work fine. So let me see the output again. So refresh here and remove this error. Come to home component. So now I can see, right? See again. See when I'm going to load the customer's component, I mean the home component here. So automatically it is redirecting the error screen. Okay. So now global error works. Because of I'm getting the error, right? So for that. Now prepare the one template for this error message. One proper template. Go to the error component.html file. This is one template. Okay. This is the, let me say, this is the one error. This is the error template. So okay, once I am showing one button into the this component.html, because of when user is trying to navigate from error screen to customer screen, I need the button, right? So for that I have written one button. So that is let me say that is a button. Okay, we went back. So open that global global error component.ts file. Here prepare the root section again. So once a user is click on that this button. Okay, this button. Okay, back. Okay, this back button. So So I wanted to display the customer screen. Okay, even back here, and this dot router. Router in the sense here I don't have a router. Router, router. Okay, this dot router dot navigate. Which screen I wanted to pass? I wanted to pass the customer screen, right? Customer. That's it. So when the user is clicking on that, I am trying to navigate to the customer screen. Okay, save. Before, see here, I'm right now. I'm writing the exception for the post request, sorry, put request, because of if you try to give the exception for the get customer, I want to see the customer component, right? First of all, this is going to be loaded first, right? So let me add the exception for the put request. Okay, this request. Okay, so now that's it. That is the only change here. So right now I'm getting the correct one. Let's close this. So open this, and once you open that, you can click the update. So definitely will get the exception. So you are getting the exception, right? Okay, now it's working fine. But what suppose model pop-up is not closed, right? Because of I have to close the model pop-up in the subscribe method. Okay, go to the customers, create customers, ts file, create customers ts file, where you can see that update customer subscribe. So here you have to close that whenever you are getting the exception. Okay, here this active mode close. Okay, and moreover I wanted to pass the exception from here. So after that I need to send the what is the error this, right, to the global exception handler. So because of it needs to read this message, so that's the reason I'm given the throw message here. So first step is close that model pop-up and send that error message to the global exception handler. Okay, save this. Now definitely I will get the error. So what will happen when I click the update? So what is happening? So it's come to customer create customer.ts file. This is going to be filed. So first step is I'm closing that. So next thing is I'm throwing the error. So once I throw the error, I'm getting the exception. Okay, so update. See, oh, for not found, right? So once you are clicking the back button here, what will happen in the back button? Already global exception gave global error, global.ts file. What happened? I will give a navigate to the customer. Okay, and navigate to the customer component. Click the back button. So again I got the data. So in this way you have to prepare the exception in the web applications. So prepare the one centralized location, that is any kind of TS file, service file. So in the service file here, in the service file you have to write your own logic. Suppose if you wanted to show the which kind of message do you want. Right, as per now I'm getting the HTTP 404 found exception. So you can see the data in the console. So if you come to here, so anyway, see this error message is there, right? So you wanted to display this message, the message name. So if you want to display this kind of information into the error message, you can display. Okay, how you have to display? You can send this message to this error screen by using the router parameters. So by using the router parameters, you can send the data from global exception handler to the global error component.ts file. Okay, so in this way we have to handle. So moreover, we have to remember that whenever you are handling the global errors, make sure that you have to register under the import section, sorry, provide section. So provider section you have to register, and after that, if you are anyway I am showing the message into the different screen, right? So that's the reason I am using the roots here. So once you declare the roots, you need to spread the roots to the entire the component. So that's the reason you have to write this statement. And once this is completed, so right now see here, as per now I am customer service, I am doing the application XML into here, but you can apply to the any kind of, suppose this exception right now, so right now this statement is given to the exception to me, not only on this. So if you are getting any kind of the exception in this entire web application, definitely global exception handler it will take care. Okay, so accordingly we have to develop the code. So next lecture I will come up with what is the use of the HTTP interceptors. Okay, so interceptors, what is the use of her? So before that I will give the one small one small idea about the interceptors. So if you go to the customer.service.ts file, if you watch here header section and params. Okay, so I wanted to pass this header params to the each and every HTTP request. So how do I have to pass? So let me say that I am having the 20 HTTP request. I wanted to pass this headers and params. Because of see headers and params in the real-time scenarios, it should be same. Actually, mostly it should be same. Because of user token won't be user token won't be modified, and even customer ID also it won't be modified when you are requested from the Angular to the web server. So that should be same for each and every HTTP request, but I wanted to apply these headers and params to the each and every HTTP request. And moreover, see here, when I am getting the error, so for that, so right now I am writing the error syntax under the subscribe method. Okay, if you see here, so I am not here. See here, I am writing the error message into the here. So I am handling the error by using the subscribe method. So what's about in case I am the 40 request? So in the 40 request I maybe get the sometimes different errors for the different APIs. So I wanted to handle that those errors also globally. I don't want to write this error for each and every subscribe method. I wanted to write the only one place I have to write. So what is the place I have to write? So that is these things, all these things you wanted to configure anything. So if you wanted to configure to the each and every HTTP request, so how do you have to configure for each and every request? So by using the HTTP interceptors only. By using HTTP interceptors you can configure HTTP request very easy, and even global except for handling the exceptions also, that is very easy. Okay, so interceptors also, that is an important concept in the Angular. So please watch that into the my next video. Okay, thank you, thanks so much.